care less about humans and more about animals. Like, I understand animal welfare and all that type of stuff, bro. It shouldn't be like I have to keep it a mess so the dog knows not to come down here, right? It shouldn't be like that. Because the dog will still come down here anyway. It'll come right to the bathroom if I leave the door open while I'm on the toilet. And it's always the same dumb shit. But to me, what if that's like a spirit trying to enter, bro? Because I know my history. I do my research. I'm not going to let it change me from loving dogs, right? I'm not about to go start eating fucking dogs and shit like that. That's not something I'm about to do. But at the same time, to have them always around you is like hypocritical if you're going to talk about somebody's health when it comes to like germs and all this type of shit, bro. Like, yeah, I'm going to get you sick from not taking a fucking matrix needle, but you could sit there petting doggies all day. You're sleeping with a doggy in your fucking bed. I got pet down here, and it doesn't even come down here that much. Right? I'm sitting. It is crazy when you're a dog owner, especially when you're always around dogs. And if you don't like the way they're getting treated, but you always are, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. That type of shit. When somebody gives you that general attitude, and then gets mad when you have an overall attitude, like you don't even care about what I say. But I have to listen and listen. And it's like, enough of your hypocrisy. Please, give me a break. And then when I'm asking God to give me a fucking break, and I'm yelling and screaming like the angriest you could hear me. Imagine it. It's not that hard to, right? Because on these fucking pages, a lot of it is my anger. Because I'm tired of being around it. I'm tired of falling for the same dumb hoovering, the gifts. The future faking, all this type of shit. And then I figure it out, and it's like, you're just crazy. Because I've been knowing about it for a long time, but I didn't even realize where it starts at. Because there wasn't this much research into the subject and the topic. It was like a topicless topic with it. Same thing with the sickness, where they didn't know what they were getting sick with, but you don't go tracking and tracing everybody with that one. We are many, ha ha ha. That type of fucking energy is what they are, bro. And then when they get sick for whatever reason, they could be stalking the shit out of you, bro. You don't understand. If you're watching this shit, right? You shouldn't be stalking the shit out of me, making fun. Right? Trying to put bad little spells on people. You shouldn't be doing that. Because I don't laugh at anybody else going through some type of difficulty in their mind, in their health. Right? I tell them, go change something. Right? Why does mockery work better than honest care? Saying you should change what you eat, maybe. Or you should get rid of your dog. At least stop fucking buying them. Right? So if I say my parents get a dog bigger than this one, and I go, you're too old to be walking around a dog like that. Or even if they just get a little one. Right? This is what I don't want to be around. This is why I want to stay away from it. Because honestly, I don't think I would own a dog. I love them, but I wouldn't own a dog if I had my own fucking place, my own shit, and my own rules, my own regulations. You know what? Because I know how dirty they are, bro. I've been around dogs my whole fucking life. You feel like you get treated like a dog, and right? So the feeling is invalidated. If I'm like, it feels like you're treating me like a fucking dog. You treat me like a fucking animal. Oh, please. Like, it's always whatever. Never mind. Like, you can't talk about it because they feel personally attacked. Right? This stems from the narcissism, bro. It's not dogs I'm against. It's using dogs as like a fucking emotional trauma bond. Got me crying over fucking animals. Got me sitting down here apologizing to the dog when it was still healthy enough to climb down the steps without sliding. Right? You putting it in danger by fattening it up. You fatten it up with horrible, horrible diet. You feed the dog too many times in a day. 1 time a day is what a dog should eat, right? So I could eat 1 time a day and be fine, but a dog can't. A dog has to eat all these type of snacks all day, all these type of fucking little table scraps. I say the table scraps are probably better for the dog's health than the kibbles and bits and the little glyphosate bars that you give it. It's not just one person that does this, though, is what I'm trying to say. It isn't just one person doing this type of behavior. I'm not sitting there criticizing you while I'm doing something worse currently. Even if I've ever done anything worse than what they're currently doing, I'm not doing it. I don't do anything really horrible to anybody else except for myself. Right? You see me smoking cigarettes all the time, bro, but you don't see me blowing it in anybody's face. I'm not even out here trying to make friends with anybody. Not really, bro. When I go smoke a cigarette, I try to even wait in the car, bro. You see me smoking in the car because I'm by myself. If I'm in the car with you, I try not to even smoke, even if you smoke, because I know it clogs you up. It clogs me up, and I smoke a cigarette. It doesn't bother me, but it clogs me up. Right, I can imagine if somebody who doesn't smoke is stuck in the fucking room or the car with you. You understand? There wasn't all these laws against smoking in the car with kids in the car at the same time when I was a kid. Right, but I gotta blame it on taking out asbestos in Lower Manhattan. I gotta blame it on my fucking smoking all the time. Even though I was probably addicted to it before I ever picked one up. Thinking this shit looks cool. Because everybody was smoking back then. I don't get to blame the society, though, do I? Because I'm the one smoking it right now. I'm the one having the cigarette in my fucking hand, wanting to light it. I don't get to blame the devil for selling it. That's what you get tempted with, though, right? You know this shit is bad. I ask so many times to not be this way nicely. Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? It doesn't matter. It's been that way ever since I'm a kid. Can you please stop? Nah. They're demonic. They are fucking demonic, these types of people. They don't hear what you want to say. They don't want to hear what you're talking about. They don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Because every word out of your mouth is nonsense, trying to be a victim. Right? But they were the ones crying over the country. Gotta lock it down. Where's your fucking mask? You're gonna kill somebody. Go pet your doggy, right? Go eat the fucking dog food next time. How about that? Right? What if they get reborn as dogs and then there's a whole wipe off of them because everybody starts to realize it's like a fucking threat, bro. It is a threat. Especially if you're neglectful to your pet. It's a threat to the pet and whoever's around it. Because then they need all attention and go, don't rile them up. Yeah, but you don't walk them anywhere. What do you mean don't rile them up? They're always riled up when you don't take them for walks. Crazy, bro. Crazy. And then if I'm the one walking the dog, picking up its shit, asking you not to feed it poison because it comes out like mush, you should fucking listen to me. No, get it sick feeding it poison. Get it sick with the same dumb shit you like to eat. You don't see me giving my dog food when I'm eating fucking Wendy's. Maybe I'll give it a chicken nugget, right? Maybe I'll give her a McNugget. And like one or two, I don't give her, and I don't keep throwing it at her while she's sitting at my feet begging for food. She just does it politely because I give rules to the dog. The dog used to obey more rules. It used to never come up begging for food until you put it in the dish. But no, you feed it right next to where he's sitting. Right? That's crazy. You don't see me making an excuse for a mess because the dog comes down anyway, is what I said. Right? That's the reason why it would start, though. I was like, oh, maybe she'll stop coming down here. Because it used to run around down here. She used to love running around down here. You got to clean up more often when there's a dog around, right? If I'm not touching the dog all day, I don't have to wash my hands as much, correct? But I can go down a conspiracy. I could have a book idea about it, right? The conspiracy theory is they take the dogs away from people and then the aliens come invade, right? Like, that would be a good book, right? Doggytron. You gotta build it though, right? That's a good idea. It's a good base point, right? It's a good catalyst for something. But it's probably better off as a storyline and a continuous story, like an episode and how they came to be. Right, I'm the dum-dum smoking a cigarette with a cough. It's not good. I don't get to blame it on anybody. But they'll blame something on smoking. They'll blame it on smoking, right? They'll blame everything on smoking or this or that. They don't. You doing shit like that is a symptom of something else, is what I'm trying to say. A lot of this self-harm shit is because people deal with narcissists on a regular basis, bro. You realize that, right? Me first. I gotta go. Right? Everybody's always like, thank you. And then they go do the same dumb maneuvers, right? They're like, thank you, sorry. They don't even give a fuck how you feel. I'm actually trying to stay out of your way if I make you feel uncomfortable. If I could tell that I make you feel uncomfortable, I try to stay far away from your circumference. Far away from your radius. Our Venn diagram never has to die. Gram together, right? It never has to get drawn in together. Because I'll take it back to dioramas, bro. Where I used to always have to bitch and complain if I don't know something. Like, you gotta fucking show me how to do it if I don't know it. How do you expect me to know better? You know, after a certain age, it was always like, what the fuck am I even doing here, bro? You don't want me around. You don't need me around, right? I'm useless. So let me go roam the fucking streets like a feral pooch. Right? Because then when I start talking that shit, it brings me down the memory hole of why I didn't want to be here to begin with. Right? And then I'm stuck. And then I'm stuck with two fucking knocks, bro. Codependent knocks that triangulate and gaslight and act like the shit you say is you're making it up. I'm a compulsive fucking liar, I guess. Yeah, good luck believing that shit, God. I hope you forgive them if that's what they tell you at the end. Like, well, he's lying about something, and God will tell them. He tried to tell you the truth about the problems in his life, looking for a solution, and you just pish-posh him away until he's 30-something years old, and then you call him fucking crazy. I didn't need advice to go seek fucking help from a shrinker, a head shrinker. Use your blinker. So that means I don't get to tell somebody to use their fucking blinker. I guess it's the blinker's fault if somebody misreads where you want to go and then they cut you off, right? Or you got the blinker on, you forgot to turn it off, and then somebody thought you were, right? Somebody trusted your blinker and then they cut you off. Yeah, guys. What if this always been some bullshit? Because I used to have weird fucking dreams when I was a kid. Was it a dream? Are they dreams, bro? Does that classify as fake if you're going through it in your mind in a dream? If it feels so real in the dream, does that classify as fake, hallucination? What if this place is a dream and when you die, that's the real world? Am I allowed to ask these fucking questions, dude? Without somebody jumping down my fucking throat, hopping on my back, calling me this, calling me that. You hate women. You hate anybody they could name from what I'm saying. So telling the truth means I'm a hater, bro. So that means you want a world of lies. Non-divine, right? That song is crazy because it tells the truth. They act like I gotta, because I like to work out. If I'm not all jacked up, I'm weak or I'm whack or I don't know what I'm doing. Meanwhile, I got my diet on track, bro. I like having a little bit of fat on my belly. It might not be the healthiest for me, but I feel better with a little bit of fat on my bones. Right? Even if I'm dead skinny, I'll always have a little extra skin there because I used to be so obese. as a bully. It's not fucking right, bro. The things these people do. They make it seem like it's the end of the fucking world without them. Meanwhile, you would be fucked without me around, too. Probably more so. I ain't getting any fucking younger. You know, I gotta live my life, too. Baby. Boom, boom, room in the room with a... Right? Baby, boom, zoom in the room with a caper. Uncouth youth transformed into takers. That's the shit I be writing, bro. It ain't. I don't share it with the social media anymore. You know why? Because they block, ban, and censor. But then if I do that to personal trolls on Instagram or Facebook, yo, you're a pussy. You're a dude. So if I'm telling you I understand something you're about, does that mean I'm against it, bro? I'm like, or does that mean I'm with the other team? Like, come on, bro. Let's grow up. I'm out here about to get raked up with the leaves, is what it feels like. All the time. Every fucking time the winter comes. This dumb cycle loops around and you gotta be a fucking negative Nancy to me. And then you complain if I'm yelling about something. When you always complain. You complain about everything. Why do you give a fuck if I'm yelling? Because then I turn into the complaint robot, right? I turn into the male Karen. I don't give a fuck if you follow the rules, but I know that's the reason why half the shit goes down the way it goes down. They're not paying attention to the rules. Maybe the rules are there for a reason. You ever stop to think about that? It says 45 miles an hour because somebody was doing 65 and cracked up their car on the guardrail, maybe, huh? Maybe that's why it says 45. Maybe they design the roads in a generalized way and tell you how to go in a generalized, safe manner, right? Generally, you'll be safe if you follow these fucking signs and your car is in well enough condition, right? Because then everybody bitches about the regulation, but they don't want to do anything. They don't want to keep up with anything either, right? These people that bitch about the regulation too much are the reason why everything is dilapidated, decrepit, falling apart. You're worried about the permit before fixing it. But then you'll get some dickhead to fix it and then it'll collapse, right? It's crazy, bro. People like me have been talking about the debt clock since I'm like a little kid in high school. Spend, 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 spend. That's all they like to do is spend your money. And then you tell me how I know about narcissists. How do I know how to plan? How do I know how to see them? I don't know, bro. You tell me. You tell me. You tell me if you've been through similar shit and then somebody tries to tell you that's not real. That's not real. No, that didn't happen. What do you mean that didn't happen? You watched it happen. You let it happen. You watched it happen and then you let it happen. And then you tell me it's fake. All the time. Every time. All of the time. They do the gaslight, dance in your face, and they act like they're so innocent. Right? Weak Valentines. Right? There's no M in Valentine's. There's an N in Valentine's Day. I irk myself with stuff like that. Grammar, I irk myself. But I try not to be that way because I make mistakes too, bro. I don't act like I'm so fucking perfect all the time. I'm acting like, what do I have to do to get away from this brigade of boobies, right? They're like dumb. They're walking around with no mind. It seems like they know, but they don't know. Right? When Jesus is saying, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Sometimes I think half of them know what they're doing. Like they're just acting like they don't know. Right? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. How could you not know, bro? If I knew when I was 15, how could you not know at 40-something? Right? If I had to figure it out at 20, how did you not know by 30-something? What do you pay? Like, you know, they act like I'm sheltered because I'm here. But I already know how the world works. I was walking around in the world, getting away from you fucking people. They didn't give a shit where you are. until it's too late, until it's like, where are you? Then they'll endlessly call. Right, I had to be in by a certain time, and it would, if it was like the lights came on or something like that, you know, the street lights came on. Bro, I understand care, but then it's like an act, is what I'm trying to say. Certain things you care about, but other things you don't have to worry about. The shit that I'm worried about is no big deal. But when you worry about something, you better have it done. Oh, you better be doing it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, you're not doing it fast enough. Like what, bro? This is a slave system. So you'd rather have a lot of mistakes in a speedy way than care and preparation and taking a step back and looking at your work and making sure it's straight. Come on, bro. Come on. Is it really knock season? Like, seriously. Is everybody just a narcissist in this world? I don't want to think that. I don't want to sit there thinking that, because then that means they actually are all out to get you, right? If everyone's a narcissist, that means they are all out to get you.